get ready for what might potentially happen, hopefully not.
USA in red, serving, Iran in blue receiving. Week 3 of the Men's Volleyball Nations League here in Pasay City, Manila, Philippines. Continuation block, another chance for side out. Another chance for side out for Iran. And that one forced through in the end by Korea.
Having some balance on the court to try and take a little bit of pressure off Amin is critical for Iran to remain competitive. Amin has shown he can score at a good level, but they need to make sure teams can't just focus in on him.
DeFalco gets the side out. That's so important, isn't it? He makes that pass, he's down on his knees, but he's up so quickly to then continue on to attack.
No slowing down on the tempo from Christensen. He knows that TJ's gonna be there for him.
Transition chance here for the States. Nicely done by DeFalco.
Little adjustment of angle. Instead of Christensen pushing him right to the antenna, the step inside, and the Iranian block a little bit too wide to have any effect, having to adjust and slow down their move. And DeFalco steps inside. Averill continues to serve.
Good cover. Wow, a real chance here for the States. Margaritia acting as setter for Mr. Anderson. Oh yes, a little bit of confusion then between Vardy and Ibadipur, and USA got the point.
That is his first name, Matt. Known to Clayton and the volleyball world as Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, indeed. It's a shame it's not really caught. I think it's only me that says it. It's a shame it's not caught already, but never mind. I'll keep plugging. Good turn, that's off the foot. There's no celebrating yet. They're going to go for a massive challenge. Chris is not even on the court. I think that was off the foot. No, right, well, we're going to see though, maybe. So this now, if it has hit the floor, it's the USA's point. If it hasn't, they've lost the point. Goodness me, Christensen nearly pressed the tablet button himself then.
He was only one step away.
He really was. Oh dear. Well, they got a really good view of it, though, through the net as well. And Christensen would not have done that had he not thought it had hit the floor.
So had the play continued, and Christensen was off the floor and Iran scored.
Yeah.
Interesting how that would be solved.
Well, luckily they have challenged, there's no have to worry about that. And I got a sneaky suspicion Christensen was being so animated that this ball definitely hit the floor. Coffee says it hit the floor.
Well, you know I don't drink coffee, so it's an easy bet for you, Clayton.
Yeah, exactly. Just need to find the angles, make sure. That's a good little card, that, isn't it? Here we go. I haven't seen it just yet, but I can tell you right now that it did hit the floor because I have seen it. The referee just explaining to everybody that it had hit the floor. It was down on the side. It was on the foot to the left and then hit the floor and came up. And it's an ace serve for the USA.
A lot more clean cut that point. Eric Sullivan not having to be called into action on the USA bench to operate the tablet. But it's these moments in the game, it's really important for Iran to keep their attention and not give up that 1 or 2 easy points with a loss of focus.
That's a good ball in. Oh, good cover. Oh, and somehow Christensen couldn't get off the floor. Nice set that from Iran, going back to that spot.
It does look like they're going to push the issue with Poria to really get him involved early, and then they have some more space for Amin as the set progresses. And they know that with Millard, they have a really experienced position 4 guy that he may not be the top scorer for them, but he can manage situations pretty well.
Probably launched a little bit too far in front, that one. It's funny, isn't it? Because he's probably hit tens of thousands of jump serves in his career already, and every time it's different. Even though it's a jump serve, it's still different to the last one you did.
Every time it leaves the hand, you have to do all the calculations again.
That's what it is. That's what's so cool about volleyball. It's like the snow in winter that's falling. Okay? Every one of those is unique. Every touch in volleyball is unique.
There's not one situation, not one contact on the ball, which is identical to what's gone before it. Every situation is new, which is why the mental part of the game, the attention and the intelligence of the players is such a huge factor in the outcome of games.
Oh, good dig. Good cover. Oh, well played, Mohaghadatieh, but it's free ball here for Iran. Anderson's focused and ready. No, that's unlucky. Avril just couldn't dig it out of the net.
It was a fantastic first up dig by Matt Anderson on the Poria pipe. A couple of chances to recycle for the US to try and play their way out. But in the end, Vardy one step ahead.
Nice pass. Oh yeah, lovely. So Anderson mixing up. This is what's so good when you've got a passing opposite, that you can really adjust your rotation to make it the best for you possible and release players.
And Matt Anderson took off from that pipe almost from where he received the ball.
Well, that's zoom, that's gone. Didn't catch anyone.
Millad's probably lucky there's a lot of fans here to stop that ball continuing out onto the road, and that will be enough for a timeout for Iran with 5-9 down.
عجله نکنید برای توپگیری بیایید داخل زمین. ما الان 2 تا توپ و دفاع عدلای دفاعمون اومده، یه دونه اینی که محمد زخمی کرد، اینو باید حتما توپگیری کنیم. دفاع کار خودش رو انجام داده. شما باید آماده توپگیری داخل این توپای داخل زمینمون باشید. بعدش وقتی پوریا سرویس خیلی محکم داره بهت میزنه، مسیر سرویسش اونجا اندرسون بین 6 و 5 بهترین سرویس رو میزنه. بهتر اینو سیو کنیم مرکز زمین بعد
With Iran, it's not necessarily that their best volleyball is not good enough. It's the gap between their best and not their worst, but where their floor is for how they can consistently play the game. They've shown that they have the physical ability, they have the technical ability to compete with everybody, but it's doing it every single point, which has let them down so far in this VNL.
It's a decent serve. Poria didn't really create the space he needed to get a good ball in, and now the USA are able to get something, are they? No, error from DeFalco.
Another ball a little bit too far in front from DeFalco, this time out of Christensen's hand rather than his own. Eric Sullivan almost called into action again. Taylor Averill unclear whether there was a net touch. But Garrett Wagatutia finishes the game. Finishes the point, I should say, and ends up with the ball to serve. Heads up play, TJ DeFalco. Anderson with the help, touches the ball. It's right in front of the net, and DeFalco does just as much as he needs. So good help by Anderson. Nice finish by DeFalco.
Yeah, too well not to go under the net. Moaga Tutia with the serve. Nicely done by Armin. Good touch. Just slightly too late to react was Matt Anderson on that one. So Iran trying to come back here.
Nice precision from Vardy, gets the ball in front of Armin where he can see the block and work.
Good ball in, that's perfect. Once they get that ball in, there's a good pace about the distribution, isn't there, and the speed of the offense.
This is the US style. They want to be able to play really fast, and Christensen allows them to do that with precision. I think some of the errors that we're seeing is they're finding how aggressive they can set the ball.
Good pass as well. And a good response from Iran, using the middle. Mosla Abadi making sure of the point. It's a big swing from Armin. Didn't hit up on the ball. It's not all completely clicked into gear just yet for the USA.
There's flashes and glimpses of what they're capable of, but this is what they're here to do, push themselves through this week.
Good play from Moaga.
As much as the US will want to arrive at the end of this week, having booked a ticket to Łódź, they want to feel like they've progressed, that they're getting a little bit closer in executing their game style.
Oh, that's a good set. Oh, is it going to be enough? Maybe. And now they've got a real chance. Oh, I say, what a block from Iran. That was some angle to get that ball back in the first place.
Jendrik did a good job. Mosla Habari maybe a little bit over eager to finish. Ends up with a commit block from Wagatutia and the dig, instead of letting Iran have a really good quality first contact, but makes up for it with the block.
Mosla Habari serve, that's not made it. Ball. That was on Jeffrey Jendrik so quickly. Nice sporting spirit and apology coming from Iran.
That's where they have to hit though. They can't try and bounce this ball short. There's almost always a help blocker jumping from the USA.
That's that squish to the line. He's missed it, and indeed, it hasn't squished down enough.
Such is the aggression and dynamism from DeFalco. When he really launches at these balls, he has to just commit and run through. It's either going to be a point or he's going to get blocked or the ball's going to be out, but whatever happens will be done before he can control his motion. Christensen back to serve. Iran hanging in there, 3 points down.
You don't get 2 points for hitting it hard. We haven't got to that level yet, just yet. We're playing jokers for right. If we get an ace here, we get 2 points off that. Just as long as it's off the floor, off the hands and away. And that is a two-touch. Hello. Against Christensen.
A contentious call, but our referees are in the best position.
Well, just that look then from Sparrow. I mean, that is on a plate to be hit, isn't it? But there you go.
Maybe a slight late movement on the right hand. Very close call. And there was a reaction from the US bench, both players and staff.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at that headband. That was pretty cool. This is the trouble, you see, when you've got DeFalco can't get round Avril because Avril's taking him out of play by coming laterally. So those two are completely out here. Watch. As Avril hits him, that's it. There's no chance. And they're landing. So someone's got to come in, see that, and get onto it. Is he just posting Christensen as a bit of a devil?
I'm not getting into that discussion.
He's a devilishly good player.
He is devilishly good.
Maybe they're just cat's ears.
I think that's more likely. Clayton, CJ DeFalco, you can see what he's trying to do. You can see how close he is, and we know how good he can be. At 17 apiece now, DeFalco needs to find a way to convert some of these opportunities to points.
This has all been about the USA just not doing what they normally do at the moment. That was close to a double. Christensen having a little chat at the ref. Good up right to Tia. Oh, somehow it's still in play. Oh, and now it's going to be a catch ball against Iran. Oh, wow. It doesn't matter.
I'm not going to say square up call.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say that both of them are subjective calls and players just shouldn't get involved. As much as they hate it, as much as they are convinced that there's nothing wrong with it, it doesn't matter. And the sooner you can learn that as a player, the much, much better you're going to be.
And at 1 point down, Iran needs to really keep their focus right now. They've got themselves into a really good position in the back part of this set. To lose their focus over one call could be a huge problem for them. But Taylor Averill does them the favour of serving the ball into the net and level scores at 18 apiece. Armin to serve.
Dealt with by Shoji. So side out achieved. Be a much welcome point.
strength and finish of the block there by DeFalco. He makes the choice to get his hands out instead of blocking straight in line with his shoulders. Correct choice, executed well. And Anderson drills that ball at Poirier. He responds in kind. Keeps Iran within 1 point of the US. Jendrick's hands guiding the ball out of court. DeFalco finds a way down the front of the block. USA restores their 2-point lead at 21-19. The change from the US, from Iran, Poirier steps out, and Hazrat, dressed as a regular player today, not as a libero, bolsters the Iranian reception group as they prepare to face a DeFalco serve. Perhaps the threat of Hazrat on the court was enough to force DeFalco into looking to squeeze into the small space of Milad.
Talk about it, don't they? Changing the picture. Change coming for Iran. Morteza showing feet's coming on. Labaye will take a break. Morteza's got a good jump serve on him when he gets it going.
It's quite the shoulder.
Isn't happening, is it? But he could, I mean, at the minute he's still going 100 miles an hour, he could just dial it back a little bit and then build up again.
The frustration there from DeFalco, because this ball is set so aggressively. He's almost hitting this as a front row ball. And I think this is what they're working on at this speed, to try and get that ball as aggressive as they can, where DeFalco still has this opportunity to take a choice and have some control.
Nice work from Jendrick, and Anderson right on top of him. That was pacey. So a double change coming for the States while we have a look at that. Bensing's coming in, and so too is Micah Maher.
Crafty server, Maher. He has pace, he has some angles. Can play him as mostly as a setter, but has played international games as an outside hitter as well. I found that out the hard way when I scouted the game for him to play as a setter. Lined up as a receiver and killed us in the first set.
Nice.
The return change for Iran, making sure it's processed correctly on the score bench. Morteza out. All the paperwork and processes completed. Or perhaps not.
Iran's substitution is still pending at the moment.
So Vardy front row, but no back row pipe hitter. Unless they want to run Hazrat on a pipe, which I would get excited about, but probably not the best choice. He's practicing his approach. No, he's not going to be on the pipe. So looking for the edges with Armin and Milad.
The change has been done now. Sevens on. Oh, yeah, now sevens off and 21's inside. It's all sorted.
Up to serve, 22-21 USA.
Not quite the serve that Maher was looking for, was it? But he'll... they're going to leave him on. They're going to make two again, so they're changing it straight away. Oh. A cameo role there for NC. Got a good look at the opposition, and that was it.
Had some time to suss out what it looked like through the net. Now gets another opportunity to see what it looks like from the bench. So 22 apiece. Vardy prepared to serve Christensen now in the front row. USA will line up with Matt Anderson in the middle of the reception group, DeFalco stepping out, ready to hit on the right side.
Yeah, it's just a good option. It's just simpler. Nice set. And Moaga Tutia gets that off the hands, or does he? There's a challenge coming. Is there an admission coming from Iran? No. USA letting themselves get dragged into this, haven't they?
By numbers, both teams are tracking pretty similarly. The attacking efficiency for the USA is at 32%, whereas for Iran, 28%. 4 errors from the US, but errors that have come from being really aggressive. They're really trying to push the envelope in terms of how fast that they can run their offense and how wide.
Touch has been given.
The magic circle has highlighted the precision of Garrett Morgan-Tutia.
And just so, because it was such a minute touch that there was no admission coming, thought he might get away with it.
So Amin steps out for Iran. Robin Nasri take his place to give an extra receiver and free up Millard to play a little bit faster in position 2.
Nice, good swing, Millard. Moaga Tutia's left the line.
Tutia doesn't ever really get his rhythm. His feet are kind of in the air at the set of contact. He's not ready to make a decision and react to it. Iran having completed their 6 available substitutions, with Perea returning to the court.
Millard to serve. That's not caught anyone.
Taylor Averill is either a wonderful actor.
We say no. Christensen's saying to go on, challenge. I don't think USA are in any mood to admit to one, as one wasn't admitted earlier.
Speaking of wonderful actors, who was the actor that played? Well, it was Ralph Macchio, who was the Karate Kid.
It was the character that Averill seems to be playing is Johnny, but he's pinched Ralph Macchio's headband. And that was William Zabka.
Billy Zabka, that's right. USA attempting to sweep the leg. Taylor Averill's already holding his hand during that block move, which we didn't notice. There'll be no block touch.
Now the challenge back is there for a net touch.
Challenge,
which they're entitled to.
I think maybe our graphic was not correct, and we've ended up, because on the tablet it says Iran is challenged the net touch, so we'd normally see the side-on angle. Maybe an incorrect button press on the Iranian bench.
Well, yeah, so...
No, from the beginning he said,
well, we'll just have to wait and see. But it's interesting because we've just spent all that time looking at a block touch. That was, but what happens is the third referee will go and confirm with the team what do they want. Now, that must have happened. Someone must have checked that it's block touch.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay.
In the end, we will get to the right result of this point.
Go.
Look at the Jumbotron. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The net is moving already.
Yep. There's no touch. And now we have a timeout.
پوریا سرویسش دوباره 6 و 5 آرمان سرویس 6 و 5 یه ذره به سمت پوریا اوکی همین لاین در حد اینکه خیلی یه متر نه بیشتر با 6 نمیتونه بهت کمک کنه آرمان میلاد میگیره.
Despite all that, Iran now sits one side out away from forcing this to extra points. Without a timeout left, without any substitutions left, one challenge still available to them. But they want to get it done off their own bat and find a way to get into some extra innings here in the first. And that will do it from Mohammed. Great reception. We're all locked up at 24s.
First to get too clear. The question is, how deep is your love for volleyball? We're going to find out because we could be going deep here.
I really need to know.
Touch! Free ball for the US. 4 attacking options. Oh, it's a tad high for Christensen. There's a half a swing chance here for Iran, and they're going to take it. And now they have a set point opportunity.
Musla Habadi getting the crowd on their feet.
Timeout called by the USA.
No, it's just out. Like out to the fence, I'm getting on that ball. Yeah. Right here. Take care of my sister. 1, 2, 3. USA. Hey, good pass.
There is a small but very vocal group of Iranian fans, and Musla Habadi really imploring them to give them the extra push that they need to find now this break point to win the first set.
That's a very good lead. Just about got out of the way of that.
Muhammad takes a very aggressive choice on that serve. USA now with a chance to respond with the Avril serve.
Right left.
Avril has a couple of nice variations. He has the top spin hybrid. He has a really aggressive float hybrid. He can go short as well on both of them. Tough server to find solutions for.
Well watched by Christensen. That was a tricky one. What a touch. Magnificent pickup from Armin. But it's the USA still looking for the point. And TJ DeFalco gets it done.
Musla Habadi falls off just slightly at the end of this block. Can't control the roll of his hips and opens up some space on this long move. Reaches out, ends up down the front. Henderson to serve at 26 all.
Well played, Shoji. DeFalco makes it. Break point back for the US. Now they have another set point chance.
2 serves in a row, clipping the tape and staying in play very short, setting hearts a-fluttering here in Pasay City.
Anderson. Big serve, no middle coming. Now they can get a couple of blocks out, and the hands have been taken away. Correa has missed it, barring a challenge. Yeah, that's missed. That's not even close.
Michael Christensen is making sure it's very clear that he did not touch the ball. He's worked both referees now, working the first and the second, telling them he pulled his hands. There's no way he touched it. But it is last chance saloon for the Iranians. I think he is the captain on court, but Micah needs to be a little bit careful here.
He's not supposed to be chatting to the second ref. Hands away, ball away. Point USA. And the USA cough and splutter their way through to the first set.
It looked early on that they were going to be cruising, that they could stay in their rhythm and play their way through. Good response from Iran and nice consistency. They kept their game together. They didn't get too up and down emotionally. Perea did a really nice job to be aggressive on attack. He finished the set as the top scorer for Iran with 4 points, but Amin and Mohammed both with 3. Jeff Jenrick lucky that Michael Christensen 11 swings for 6 points, but 4 errors.
Yeah, so this is it. This is where you start to dig deep and you realise that, yeah, 7 points, not really. Away we go then with set number 2. Iran serving. USA leading 1-0. Correa. Oh, yes. We'll have a windmill for that one. Thank you very much.
And the back of the hand.
Nice. Is it off the back of his hand?
It's
Oh!
off the back of the hand.
So that's the DeFalco. Well played, Perea finds her way through.
A nice set by Vardy. Good speed, allowing Correa to have some advantage on the edge. The long ball pushes good distance with good speed. Correa steps in on the ball over the block.
Nice up. Well played, Shoji. Full stretch. And then manipulated into court by DeFalco.
I'm not sure what Vardy was doing on defense there. He took himself into a position where he only really had one play he could make. It's a great touch by Shoji. Nice set by Christensen. Vardy is looking for the short ball, but he's outside of the court. Anderson.
Massive serve.
Brings the heat and finds the outside edge of the receivers. 113 kilometers on the left shoelaces of Perea.
And another.
Possibly the adjustment coming from the Iranian receivers. Okay, we're going to play seams left, so we're going to take the ball to our left. Perea leaves the space for Milad. And Anderson responds in kind by putting it on the other side.
nicely done. Finding the line. Points on him in so far. That's a decent pass. And then Shoji with a lovely set out to Falco.
Really nice tempo. We saw with Grebenikov in the first game today, his ability to set with speed and precision. And one of the other liberos in the discussion for best in the world, I think Shoji, shows that he can do it too. Falco's 10th point gives him a chance to serve.
Oh, well played. Very clever.
Vardy disguises with his body angle. He never has a look and rotates very late. So Jendrik is looking for his arm position to try and set the ball. There's no cues. Maria.
Too easy for Malad. He's not going to miss that one.
USA block got all mixed up. Jendrik ending up blocking on the outside. Wagatutia in the middle.
Shoji under a bit of pressure. There's a chance here for Iran to get level. Well, that is not going to happen. Incredible blocking from the USA.
Iranian players contesting the position of the ball, but there is zero fault in the system. I was told they get it right by one of the Bolt 6 employees 199.9% of the time.
Serving pressure just hasn't quite been there for the USA. It's been fits and starts, isn't it?
Anderson serves strong. Averil's had a couple of moments. DeFalco hasn't found the rhythm yet. So they haven't been able to put together a couple of rotations where they've been able to generate break points.
Fabulous block from Iran. They just got out wide and waited.
Vardy makes an excellent choice. Picks his spot early and dives the hands back in. His second block of the game.
Good work from Avril.
Micah Christensen does a little bit extra here to sell that he's going to put this ball out to position 4. This last little move, get his hands out, and then have just a really delicate touch almost outside the line of his shoulders. Very difficult to do.
That's it. Malad does it. We are tied at 7s for the moment. Ooh. Somehow Malad's got onto that and managed to get it over and down the front of the block. He nearly missed it altogether.
Tips for new players: probably don't try this one on your first day at practice.
Ooh, he got it though. That's going to stay in play. Now here comes Avril, but it's setting up the space for DeFalco and manages to jump across the court whilst that ball was still in play and not make a foot fault. Pending challenge from Iran.
It's a question of timing as much as anything. I'm not sure DeFalco cleared the sideline completely.
That's it, yeah. If he's clipped any part of that sideline, It's not a centre-line fault, really. Well, it kind of is, but they're going to look at where he's landed on the sideline. They need to do that, because it's got to be all of his foot over the centre line. Yeah, and if that's not the case, it's then where he lands. Does he land in court or not?
Exactly. If any part of his foot touches the court on the other side of the net where he's not having some part of the same foot on his side of the net, regardless of how far away from the centre line it actually is.
What he'd been better off doing, in all honesty, was to actually swan dive and slide out the court with his feet in the air. Because it's not technically, it's your feet. And so long as he's not impeding anyone, because he wasn't, because there was nobody over there, he'd be fine.
There is definitely a logic at work there.
It's how you use the rules to your benefit.
I'll have to tell my tax accountant about that.
There we go. So there's no fault. That's okay. This is the next thing now. Where is he going? Where's he landing? How good's his broad jump? It is okay.
Oh, good. Great athleticism, not just in attack, but
and also
landing.
Not to touch the bottom of the net. Iran with the lead. Milan to serve. That made it. It has. That means the USA take us to Brooklyn.
9-9.
Really good shot there. Now, Avril it will be to serve. Oh, goodness me. DeFalco pretty much caught that between his knees.
Korea demonstrating some really impressive power from position 4.
It was easy for you to say. It's a lovely pass. Oh, they're getting some good touches at the moment, though. That's well played, Manal, just waiting in that corner. Against 3, nowhere to go. This is excellent play from Iran.
Really good block discipline. Millard makes the right decision to go to the corner on the high ball. They've been able to organise their block really well. DeFalco wanting to play the recycle, but getting caught high where he can't push the ball onto the block with enough power that it pops off in a position they can cover.
What a serve, a big ace for Iran, and a 12-9 lead.
And a big celebration from Mosla Habadi. That's enough for John Sparrow. He wants to talk about it.
So I
Hey, everybody listen, everybody listen. We're gonna get our side out, we're gonna get to what we talked about yesterday. Get together, get ready, get quick movements, eye contact, all that stuff. We're moping around a little bit too much, all right? Let's go.
Guys. 1, 2, 3, USA.
Well, maybe John Sparrow wanted to talk about it, or maybe he just wanted to give an opportunity to Micah Christensen to show some leadership. And interestingly, the message is not so much about the technical or tactical part of volleyball. It's about the attitude, it's about the personality, not moping around, maintaining eye contact, which is a huge part of having that emotional connection with your teammates, making sure everyone's on the same page.
said Liam, whilst I was just looking anywhere but at him.
Yeah, I was trying to catch your eye and you wanted nothing to do with me.
Exactly. But when you've got that kind of situation on court, it does have a negative impact, doesn't it?
Sorry, what?
That's better from the USA. Anderson. Oh, yes!
That was a delightful, amazing, fantastic hand fake from Vardy. Says it's going here, it's going here. No.
That's just left the USA out to lunch. What a play that is. And Armin takes it to Spike Town. Can't take it from the serving line, though.
Armin lets the toss get away from him and can only accelerate and catch the ball on its downward trajectory towards the net.
Good touch by Muaga. What can he do now against 3 blocks? Looks for the wipe off. That's not happening. Puria. And he finds a way through. It's all going Iran's way at the moment. Well played, my lads. USA just don't have any answers.
There'll be another timeout coming for the USA.
Guys, this is not the problem. This is not the problem. Okay, they take the line, but this is not the problem, guys. The problem is our service. We need service, medium pass, and they have the problem. With purple reception, we need respect the option 100%. Yeah. And high ball, you need playing the ball and recovery. Playing the ball, and after fair play, tempo big. This is, we need win now. Now, we need change.
1, 2, 3, USA.
Variation in tempo. Javier Weber
not happy. Well, I'm not surprised because the serving just has not been where it needs to be, and as a result, Iran are doing what they want.
They've forced a couple of reception errors on the Anderson serve, but 60% of the ball for Iran is in a really positive situation.
Now that's nice, that's great, that's so quick that you've really got next to no chance of stopping it, but the side out's not the issue at the minute for the USA.
Particularly the point from Weber that it's not about the fact that they're scoring on the line, it's the fact that the USA block is having to make difficult choices because they're not keeping enough pressure on the Iranian receivers. The current issue is making sure they're in the right rotation.
Yeah, but lad's way too far over. He was the wrong side of well,
Armin is in the wrong slot between the receivers. So with just those 2 points, Iran's lead down to 2.
He's done it again, that's twice now. Been able to go over with a second ball. Vardy uninterrupted, unopposed.
Javier Weber makes a very frustrated adjustment to his laptop screen on the bench.
There's a net touch against Muaga before the ball has hit the floor. And it's kind of summing up the way things are going at the moment for the States.
And the body language that Michael Christensen was talking about starts to creep back in again. Guys just staring straight ahead, not engaging, not connecting with their teammates.
Well, that's a massive swing. What a frustration you feel.
The sound that this ball makes from DeFalco when it hits Mohammed with a thud. The weight behind that ball.
Good sporting spirit, immediately apologising for that. That's not caught anyone. Iran stop. So back to a 2-point game. But the USA still chasing.
Timeout Iran.
ما بالاییم همه چیتون عالی بوده تا الان همین رو ادامه میدیم
آقا الان وقتشه با اعتماد به نفس بازی بکنیم
عالی بود
آقا من جبران اشکال نداره اشکال نداره
آرا مرسی دریا ادامهش بده
Calmness in the Iranian timeout. By contrast, on the USA side, Javier Weber once more bringing some passion and intensity, demanding a response from these USA players. It's an incredible luxury that Jonesboro has to have a quality coach, an extremely high quality coach like Javier Weber there that he can trust to add something in the timeouts.
It's that thing, isn't it? So, trying to get the serving pressure up. And then they're being pressed in the block. And the little things like that, letting it running down the front of you. It's not helping. Iran are on course to level up this match at the moment.
Max Holtz gets the call. So he will replace Taylor Averill in the middle position. Also a luxury for the USA to bring in a player of Holt's experience.
Indeed, and still got Smith on the bench as well. Good save. Free ball for the USA. That one nearly hit the Jumbotron, and that's well high in the air, just as DeFalco was, as he squishes it to the sideline. There's looks of disbelief from the Iranian players as that one has landed in.
I thought for sure he'd hit that ball out.
Oh, wow, what a shot.
That is an incredible angle. I was about to say DeFalco's tried to bite off way too much, but he hasn't. He's bitten off exactly the right amount.
Well, Argentatia doesn't make it happen. Well, Iran going really quickly, but the USA were ready for it just.
I'm not sure DeFalco appreciated the hurry up on that play. Was possibly still catching his breath after that amazing pipe swing. But it's Iran, still 3 points to the good, facing the Holt serve.
Well played.
Max Holt finds a way to get this ball on the floor. It will be USA just 1 point in arrears. But it's DeFalco who comes up with the block on Amin. After comfortably maintaining a 3, 4, 5 point advantage in this set, Iran is going to enter the 20s, possibly only 1 point in front.
2020s are just around the corner here.
امین الان راست به راست رو بستم توپمون رو ببریم توی زاویه اگه میخوای پاس مونده تر بدی باهاش هماهنگ کنی پاس مونده تر بده ولی زاویه رو اسپک بزن چون کلا راست به راست تو بستم.
How's your Farsi, Clayton?
Non-existent.
That makes two of us. But the temperament in the Iranian timeout, very calm. talking about how they want to get through this next series of 5 to possibly 10 points. And Poria comes up with another point on the line for Iran. The US service pressure not being able to force enough of a challenge. Poria, it's another good location on the fast ball to get to the edge. Anderson stops inside. Mazla Habadi. Falco once more working the Iranian block. Clayton, what was the last time you shook hands with Micah Christensen?
Last VNL, I think.
Because his hands look incredibly strong.
Yes, I'm not quite as strong though as Mr. Groz's, who I shook earlier on today. Oh my goodness.
I can't see any visible bruising yet from that.
I can't feel my hand just yet, so
The USA was within 1, but the Anderson serve gives Iran a 2-point lead. And Amin with the ball. The tempo on this play is so quick. Vardy has to commit. It's almost like first tempo in the middle when this big +4. That ball's only traveling 1.5 meters. Vardy has to be committed if he has any chance to block that effectively. Korea, good solution. Didn't have time for the full swing, so jams through the top of the block into the space. Changes the rhythm of attack. Changes now coming on both sides. Hazrat will come in to replace Korea to bolster the Iranian reception. And it'll be the double substitution for the USA. Ma'a coming in for Jendrik to serve, and Ensig will replace Christensen at the net. So normally it would be setter opposite switch, but because with Anderson and DeFalco next to each other, they can shuffle things around. Bring Ma'a in for Jendrik.
it's down the front of the USA. Looked for a minute like the USA had made the block, but look at this now. Set point for Iran.
There hasn't been that feeling of desperation or urgency from the US. Had some moments. But even though they've faced, and I know they want to be calm and in control, but there has to be some sense of urgency that they're going to find a way to get a point. The change for Iran now up 2 points with the set point in hand. Nazri comes in for Vardy as the block. Once more making sure the correct process is followed. Albin Nazri can take his place on court.
That's a great serve. Muagatatia's got some work to do, but there's a real chance here now. Ooh, it's okay. It's still in play, is it? Oh, it's not. And that's Oh, yes, it is. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness me. Is that off the hands? Oh, I tell you what, DeFalco has really hurt himself. He's winded himself. Whilst all that's going on, just going for that ball and not giving up.
It's not easy to dislodge the LED signage, and DeFalco has hit it at speed. There will be a challenge for a block touch by Iran, but the immediate concern is for DeFalco. Head and back and shoulder.
Well, he's got his hip he's holding on to, isn't he? A whole bunch of other things and I don't think that's caught anyone. This could be a set-saving touch, but at what cost?
Jordan Ewart trying to limber up in the subs box.
An incredible get. And it looks like it's going to pay off for the USA. Hasn't paid off for the advertising hoarding, though. That's finished, that's done, and that's not caught the block. It is the USA's point. They are still in this set.
We've seen the replay already of the no block touch, but the officials now, after checking that TJ DeFalco is okay to continue, they'll go through the process of reviewing this challenge for a block touch. It doesn't take too many looks to see DeFalco looks okay for now. I'm not sure he'll be feeling so good tomorrow morning.
That adrenaline wears off, it might be a bit sore in the hip area.
Luckily for the US, Jordan Ewart, who did a really good job in Antalya, showed that he has some versatility, something to add to the future for USA Volleyball. Will be available if his services are required.
Lad. Nice pick from Shoji for 24 all. Not just yet. Oh yes, what a great play from Iran, and they take the set. 25-23, it's 1-all. Goodness me, this game's just about everything. We've only had 2 sets.
Aman does a brilliant job of selling this ball is going to Amin, and then delivers a ball on the money for Milad to work the block. Really good composure by Iran through some difficult moments at the end of that set.
Such a good play off the hands and away that.
And that's why Milad is out there. He's maybe not in his best fitness, but the experience, the calmness, and paying off for Iran. Just the roll off the Anderson. Milad and our referees has ceased. We're underway, 1 set apiece. USA versus Iran. Mosla Habadi coming fresh out of the set break and drills the ball to position 1. Micah Christensen can only get a shoulder on it. Miller gets it done. 2-0 to Iran. Milad to serve once more. Not matching his previous standards out the back. And Maxwell Holt will have his opportunity to serve in the early stages of the 3rd set. Ria has kept finding ways to score against this American block. He's been working the line, even with a good serve. Jendrik able to close. And Ria goes hard cross court. Micah Christensen elects to set the pipe to Garrett Morgatutia. But the ball flies long, and Moslhabadi continues to serve for Iran at 4-1 up. TJ DeFalco has been scoring without his usual flair, but has been getting it done. His efficiency has improved drastically from the start of the game. Mr. Anderson. Maria once more looks for the sharp cross-court angle, and Jendrik cannot get his hands over the net. The block shifts. Jendrik just diving out. Cannot affect an effective block. Amin works the USA block. Another moment where we could find the USA block stretch beyond their capabilities, jumping out quickly to a 6-2 lead. With Amin on the ace serve, working the long cross angle, and that will be a timeout for the USA. 7-2 down to start the third set.
Hey, remember zone 2, what's happening right now. We got to be better about how we're doing in the middle. We got to start talking it up. And when 9 is hitting the ball, middles, you got to get straight over. He's going cross. You can get a bunch of inside balls to your left hand. Okay? Hey, use it. Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. One time. USA. Come on, Jeff.
Some simple instructions for John Sparrow. David Smith jumping in to give some expert pointers to Jeff Jendrik as they return to the court. Another great asset for the USA to have a player like David Smith, so experienced. It's like having another coach on the staff. But Amin continues to serve. And Jendrik finds a way to contribute positively to the US score. But that will be an opportunity now for Jordan Hewitt to come in, replacing Morgatutia. But Iran with the better early running, 7-3. Amin finds the cross-court angle. Jordan Hewitt with his introduction to action. With the opposite back row, USA being very aggressive, trying to close down the space on the front side of the Iranian attack. Vardy sends the ball over to Amin, who does the job. Slight delay for some running repairs for Poria. So now Anderson's turn to step out of the receiving lineup. Poria feeling like he got that one right, but the computer does not lie. Jendrik. Jendrik never quite got the toss high enough that he could get the right body position, so had to speed up his hand, push through, but never had the angle to get the ball over the net. which allows Mohammed the opportunity to serve for Iran. And a comfortable 5-point lead. Wonderful block by Milad. Takes on Anderson one-on-one. And Iran keeps pushing this lead out. 6 points now. Jordan Hewitt unable to convert or control the last ball. The changes keep coming for the US. Ensing in. Anderson out. Continued triple block from the US in transition. Mohammed unable to contain the swing from Jordan Hewitt. And the US escape a well-organized service play. Iran serving short to take out the DeFalco pipe. Finally, Hewitt can convert. Christensen with the ball. USA down 10-5. Vardy finds Mosla Habadi in the middle. The little shift forward. The USA wanted to stay neutral in their block position. Max Holt doesn't want to get caught going too far one direction, and his slight hesitation opens up the space. CJ DeFalco once more employing his triple jump technique.
You have to, don't you? And this is the thing as well, with this high-risk play like this, you're coming in at this speed, that far forward, it's got to hit the floor pretty quickly, otherwise you've got to be doing that. Because there's no way you can hit the brakes.
Oh, Jordan Hewitt.
Massive ace from Hewitt.
First serve of the game. Sends it flying through the seam. Between Milad and Aman. Lovely little short toss, hybrid serve. Hewitt chooses the power and backs it up once more on Milad.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Incredible save. And again! But this time, the USA have got the point. Whoa.
Well, Armin makes the first great touch, but it's Vardy who makes the second. Then almost on this first tempo attack, makes another touch, and Mosla Habadi gets in the way of possibly an opportunity for Armin to play the ball over. USA fighting back, now only down 3 on the back of the Hewitt serve.
Well, Armin's been great. So I'll tell you what as well, Mosla Habadi has really been excellent through the middle for Iran.
He's done a great job of having an impact with the touches that he's had, and the emotional energy that he's brought to the court has been really good. Getting the Iranian fans in the crowd really pumped up.
And that's something that the USA just haven't really been able to do for themselves, is to find that bit of pump, find that bit of flow for them to really get going in this match.
And the Hewitt serve gave them a little bit of momentum. Ensing can provide some different looks in his hybrid role.
That caught piece of the block, so play continues. Christensen read that one well. No foot fault, play continues. Nicely done by DeFalco. Maybe something there for the USA to really build on.
Armin getting caught very close to the block on his second effort. So he's starting very close. He tries to go big and wide, same with Mosla Habadi, to get their most power they can, but that exposes the open arm angle, and DeFalco capitalizes.
Is it going to make it? Is it going to make it? No, it won't make it. Hewitt not far from the advertising hoardings either. Desperate attempt for the USA.
Jordan Hewitt has taken the opportunity to come out and put some service pressure on. That might have freed up some of the other US servers that they feel like they can stay a bit more aggressive, knowing that they've been able to pick up a couple of break points. And with that 2-3 point swing, all of a sudden the energy on the court for the USA looks different. Ensing now with the ball.
Well, that one went bye.
Contact didn't sound so good either.
It's a bit of a let-off for the USA. Now DeFalco can go back and try and make it difficult for Iran. That's it.
That is an incredible angle from Poirier. John Spurrell was talking about the importance of the left hand of their middle blockers on his swing. They know that he wants to work this angle. He's put it almost on the tee, past what looked like a reasonable block from Jedrick.
They're just getting the touches, Iran, keeping the ball in play, frustrating the USA. Oh, you've got to be kidding. The lad was nowhere to be seen, and suddenly he's out of it. But they surely was a net touch.
And Micah Christensen deserves a yellow card right now. He's had a go at the first referee. He's turned around, had a second go at the second referee with a fist pump. Yes, they might have missed the call, but your team has the ability to challenge for this. You cannot take it out on the referees.
Exactly. But he was trying to get the team to make a challenge. Good up from Ensing. But there's a net touch against Micah Christensen.
And maybe a small amount of sarcasm in his thumbs up at the correct call from the second referee. Oh, not much Christensen can do there. A rampaging halt is not something that you can do a lot about.
Well played, Hewitt. Tough one this for Milad, but he makes it look easy. Top swing.
Lovely short angle. Really tough play. Not really a clean look. The set over the shoulder. Great angle, and a great angle on that shot from above the court. Timeout USA, down 17-13.
Hey, we've done a good job coming back. We're in a good spot. Side our middles. Let's not get beat inside anymore. Okay, they're doing a lot. Everybody get their left hand inside, ready to go. Okay, let's go. Hit your serve again. Everyone's hitting their serve. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, 14 right here. 14, let's go.
One, USA.
All right, nice help.
Sometimes the solution in the game are simple ones. Middles focus on their left hand, particularly against a position 4 attack, so that the cross-court angle is not going past the hand as they try and reach towards the hitter. They stay strong back into the middle of the court, and that USA can keep building with some service pressure. They saw with Hewitt, they can have some effects. Need to keep going with those things.
Good ball. Good touch. No stopping that one from Holt.
At 3 points, Iran can't feel too comfortable 4 points gives them a little bit more breathing room after the Christensen serve error. Now Vardy.
That's a good ball. And then that becomes unplayable. Oh, good. Oh, then DeFalco is sent flying by a combination of Ensing and Holt then, I think.
I think Ensing tried to hang on to him, which
Well,
maybe is not what DeFalco wanted.
No. Well, there was a time when Ensing did that, and Christensen was trying to hold on to Ensing. Said, I got you, and then he fell through the net. He didn't have him. And we had Ensing trying to do the DeFalco. He's best to let him fly, really.
Wood tries to replicate his first service errors, service efforts, this time resulting in the error. Iran stays 4 points in front, and Millard to serve.
Nice set from Ensing. What a block, though, from Iran.
Amin and Mosla Habadi have timed this beautifully. They've made one decision and committed to it. Ensing out of the play, first tempo, not paying attention to you on the pipe, and that is about as good as you're going to see in that situation. 2015.
Well, this might be a bit of a worry for the USA. That certainly will help things. I mean, they haven't got that easy of a week here. They've got Brazil next. They've got Germany, who have been playing well, and then they finish up with Japan. So this is a game they really need to get a result from. Good swing.
Even the triple block is not enough to stop Korea from position 4. Goes sharper again. Max Holt unable to contain it. So Holt steps out, Jendrik returns. Sorry. That's correct. But Morteza is the change on the Iranian side of the net.
His serve's no good. But it's all about the side-out game now for Iran.
Both sides equal on 14 service errors apiece. Quick change of Morteza leaving the court. Wasn't Habadi changes with Aman. Ensing will be hoping to do better than his first serve of the game. Almost exactly the same result. The contact doesn't sound good off the hand. It doesn't look like he's got a good feeling for the ball. And a second serve that goes careening past the baseline.
Iran 3 points away from a 2-1 lead here. Oh, that is absolutely thumped from DeFalco, who's found a gap in the block.
Millard takes an opportunity to make sure that everything's being played on friendly terms. There's no need to stop and stare through the net. Neither side completely innocent, though.
There's always a little bit of afters. Korea giving another point for Iran. They're 2 away now.
Now works the line angle. Christensen wants to stay inside, allow Jendrik to close and take out the cross where he's been so effective. Opens an opportunity for Korea on the line.
Nope, that's an error from Ensing. It's set point Iran here.
USA want to play this back row ball from position 1, super aggressive, and they haven't found a connection yet with Ensing or DeFalco. Anderson's had some success.
Trouble. Real trouble. That's it. The set's done. Iran have taken it 25-18. There's no challenge coming. It didn't come off the block, and now Iran lead by 2 sets to 1. Oh, this is an interesting game.
You felt after the first set that the US was got to make the small adjustments. They'd find a way to make it click. Great serve by Poria, finding Ensing in the receiving lineup. But the adjustments haven't come. They've changed some personnel without having...
Away we go then, with sets number 4 here.
US out of rotation.
Oh,
there was a lot of confusion between where Jordan Ewart was meant to be and TJ DeFalco. Shoji moving pieces around, Anderson in and out, never looked comfortable.
Yeah,
it's not a conversation, Micah.
No, it's Anderson who's at 5, it's DeFalco at 6, and Shoji is at position 1. And they want Ewart to drop back into the pass, so they have to all shuffle over. That kind of sums up really how this match is going for the USA. These things normally should never be an issue.
It's an indicator of where their attention is, that they can't organize themselves before the first point of a set to where they want to be, where you have the most time of any point in the set to be where you're supposed to be. Mosla Habadi finds the floor in a unique way, but something he's done pretty consistently.
Yep, nope, I'll go with that hand. Thank you. Body language is good for Iran at the moment. That's a good ball in. I tell you what, that was because Ewart's gone into the net there, just trying to, what did you do, trying to put somebody off? But there was no contact of the net or the player or anything like that. But this is this kind of thing, it's like, oh, these things, they're getting the touches, Iran, that the USA just aren't getting. Like that, for example, a one hand from Shoji's in the crowd. It's been a one hand off of Iran and back into play.
Now, Mosla Habadi didn't make a great control on his defense before, but he's there and he's getting the ball in the direction that he wants. And frustrating for the US that it's not clean winners. Everything's coming really hard for them.
Nice touch by Arman, and now USA trying to get this rally won. Oh, that's another good dig. Korea. More touches for Iran. Another swing chance for Korea. Oh, good pickup. Somehow Amin stayed back behind that 3-meter line on that swing. And now an even better chance here for Iran. But it was one swing too many in the end. And the patience of the USA pays off.
Great efforts on both sides of the net. Mohammed making a great layout cover play. Amin, his last step carrying him just far away enough from the ball that he couldn't get the hand on top and generate the top spin he needed. Mohammed has 5 points in the game, 5 out of 7 in attack, but he looks really switched on. He looks like he knows what's happening all around the court.
Looks to be for Poria. Now, Mr. Anderson with the serve. Well passed. Ewart keeps it in play, but it's Iran looking for the point again. Oh, that'll do. Takes the pace off it. 1 point lead for the USA.
USA block working well. They've set the edge with DeFalco coming a long way over Armin in the back row. They're going to take the chances that it's going to be a difficult set for Vardy to get to him. They have a small angle. So watch where DeFalco sets up.
That's more like it from the USA. The fans with something to cheer about.
This is a result of the USA block setting up with DeFalco almost in the middle of the court. Vardy has to take the risk to set Armin on this ball.
Oh, that's a massive monster block from Jendrik.
It's a simple move for Jendrik and Christensen here. The ball has to travel further than they do to get to their block position. And it's 7-4. Iran will take a timeout.
He certainly will.
امین آرمان اون فری بالا امین نباید از اینجا بگیره به هیچ عنوان شما باید بیای بگیری امین آماده حمله باشه ولش کنه تو ارتفاع بالا اصلا امین باید آرمان 100% آماده است نگران نباشه هیچ اشکال نداره آماده یه ذره الان دارن به ما فشار میارن اینجا رو یه ذره تحمل کنیم دوباره ما میافتیم بالا یالا بچه‌ها
Work to be done for Iran. USA have opened up a 3-point lead. Timeout does its job. Transition chance here. Oh, that's right off the head, and Jendrik's down. That hurt.
That one will sting for a while. They might need a second for him to get his bearings again.
This is off just right off the forehead, wasn't it? Kind of. Let's check he's okay.
And it's good care shown by the Iranian players for their competitor, but it's the one here where Jendrik is spread and he doesn't have anywhere for his head to go because his neck is locked out on the extension. It's the question of whether he's right to continue now, but whether there might be lingering effects.
This is it. So there's just like, you're right, yeah, I'm all right. That's not really, when you've got a head injury like that, is that really where we should be at?
You're probably the last person who should be making a decision about whether you should continue in the game.
Exactly. Well, he just hit the middle ball, and it works. USA have the point.
Hopefully no lasting effects for Jeff Jendrik. The lasting effect on the scoreboard is a 2-point lead for the US, which is being added to by TJ DeFalco with an ace serve.
Fantastic serve from DeFalco.
This is the kind of pressure that Javier Weber was wanting.
Well, they know this is what they can do. They just haven't been delivering it for whatever reason. DeFalco ready to go again. It does look like we may well be going to 5 here. Not just the smell of popcorn. But I guess in the scheme of things, John Sparrow's point of view, to go to 5, it's a good test with the personnel he's got on the court, what he's looking to do. These are all good learning opportunities. And yes, as nice as it would be to go to the VNL, well, if they don't make it, they'll have more time to practice as a group ready for Paris.
Still time on court in a competitive situation. Anderson just shuffles in, then off at one big step. The tempo on the ball, that there's no way that Mosler Habadi can make the choice between Jendrik and Anderson.
Great block.
Armin steps into court, but then brings the ball back into the block. He needs to either continue on the angle. As the left-hander, it's always hard. He's wanting to get underneath the ball with his left hand. He takes a step to the ball and then turns the ball back into the block.
That's caught him again. The blocking is back and working for the USA. Hewitt gets it done. It's a 12-7 lead now for John Sparrow's team.
Hewitt has provided some really good energy since he entered the game. Got it done on serve, now getting it done with block. And Armin will take a break.
Jendrik serving.
Mobin Nasri in for Iran.
Side out achieved. Now it's all a question how Iran going to perform.
Millard returns the ball to the middle of the net, without troubling the USA receivers. Now it's the USA with a 5-point lead.
Good work. One-on-one, you expect the attack to win in that situation. Nasri doing just that.
Nasri would not have been featured too highly or too much in the plans for the USA. Armin would have been their focus from the right side. So it might take them a second to dial it in, but it is an ace serve from Mosler Habadi.
He's the player of the match at the moment for Iran. He really is, isn't he? Everything that he can do and what he is doing.
He's typifying the attitude that they want. He's going out, taking the game on, being aggressive, serving right down the middle seam. USA playing with 4 receivers, which makes any time the ball gets into the seam, and there are now more seams, a lot more conflict area.
Yeah, it doesn't need to, it's just, well, there's more players filling the court. There are more edges to go after. If you can get into one of them, then you really are going to cause problems, because there's no wiggle room, is there?
There's nowhere for each individual player to go and make a play on the ball. It's either on you or it's not, and when it gets in between, that's where the confusion happens.
Is that off hands? No, it isn't. They're going to challenge. Well, Nasri's getting his hands in the air like he just doesn't care in the minute. Just keeps saying he didn't touch him. It was over him.
Yes, we are.
Did it get him? Did it really get him? Because we want to know.
Eric Sullivan hasn't had the easiest night operating the tablet for the US. He's had Micah Christensen running over to him saying, this.
Well, that wasn't a touch, though.
It has to be switched on when Sparrow turns around. For anyone who thinks assistant coaching is an easy job, try finding the right button on the tablet in a critical moment.
Part of your training. There's no excuse.
We don't do any tablet practice.
Tablet practice,
maybe
yeah.
we should. Service error from Iran sees Nazru leave the court and Armin return.
That means that lightning bolt Holt is back to the serving line for the US. That's a good serve. Oh, what a great touch, but good pick-up, DeFalco. Scrappy play now, both sides, though, trying to get this point. Poirier's gone down. Play continues. And has Anderson found the block? Maybe not.
No matter what situation you find yourself in, when it gets to these middle parts of what can be a decisive set in the game, there's always going to be that tension. There's always going to be a couple of moments.
Oh, what a pickup. So sad from Ewan, but there's a net touch against Jendrick.
I'm a little bit worried about Jendrick. The look in the eyes isn't quite there, and he's looking tired. It's not a good sign. Nice tempo.
It's incredible to think he was a reserve player in week 1. Didn't even play in Antalya, and now he's here having a really good run out for the US. And I say reserve, he was reserved for the B team.
He was not in their initial group, but took the opportunity when they came, and that's what you want from a player when the moment arrives, that they just give it their all. And now Jordan Hewitt taking an important part of this game for the US, but Vardy takes an important touch.
He's done that in every set so far and got away with it.
He's had a couple of really, and it's not the same. He's used a couple of variations. There's been this one in front. He's used it from a different angle. He's gone behind, left hand, right hand. Iran comes within 2. Matt Anderson sends it back out to 3 on the cross-court attack.
Just got to try and keep this distance between themselves and Iran. Nice set from Christensen off of the pass, which wasn't great from Anderson.
Fixes his mistake. Christensen just given the opportunity to go to work on that ball.
The lad with the point. 2 points in it.
And again, working the USA block on the cross-court angle. Jendrick working super fast. Makes a late move to try and get there. And the roll of the hips allows his left hand to fall off the net. And that will find the antenna from DeFalco.
Oh dear, oh dear. Now there's only 1 in it.
Well, Millard probably lucky that DeFalco didn't find his hands there, because any contact probably would have sent the ball out off the Iranian block.
That's better. Micah Mahar's coming in, and Ensing's sprinting to get to position. And he's now just going to get in time. Jendrick's being spoken to, but not about how he is, but about it's more like tactical than anything else.
Max Holt immediately grabbing Jordan Hewitt and Ensing and saying, hey, this is how we're organising this next play.
Is that in? Oh, no, not quite.
Hazrat will return to the bench at the end of his action in this 4th set. Pereira returns. And the return double substitution for the USA. Maha, Ensing out. Christensen, Jendrick back in. USA don't want to mess around on this side out here. They want to keep the 2-point buffer.
That's exactly what I was going to say. This is crucial now, their side-out game.
Because in the 20s, with just a 1-point advantage either way, doesn't leave you any room for error. They have to make precision execution on everything once you get into that situation. And precision execution hasn't been featuring particularly strongly or consistently in the USA game tonight.
Just trying to get through the substitutions that have been made and getting them back on again and out and off the court again.
So Milad has the options now with Shoji on the left-hand side of the court as he looks at it. Anderson in the middle and Hewitt. So to take Anderson out is to take the pipe out. Hewitt is probably the third choice attacker for the USA, especially with Armin blocking in position 2 for Iran.
Milad to serve then. That's not troubling anyone. That sends Christensen back to serve. 3 front row attackers now for the USA. Good ball. Well up, but there's nowhere to go. And that is an important point. Making the side out, keeping the pressure on.
USA getting rushed after the Christensen touch. The change comes from Iran. Morteza serving in place of Muzzle Habadi.
I don't think he's got a serve in yet, Morteza. Now would be a good time for Iran. Let's make the USA have to play it. That he has done and made Holt play it. Another chance for the USA. Holt just a cuff, and there's a half a swing here for Arman. Oh, well played. Oh, goodness me, DeFalco, back of the hand. And they're not easy, and they sting a bit too when you do that.
He must practice this a bit because it does a sensitive part to try and hit the ball with the back of the hand. Armin doing exactly the right thing to work the block, and then Hewitt takes control and keeps that vital 2-point buffer for the US if they want to send this to 5.
That's a freebie. Oh, Choji, what a brilliant touch from him, but this has gone well wide. Free ball again for Iran. Poirier gets it done. One in it again. That's unlucky from Hewitt. He's gone after it. Just couldn't get the touch he was looking for.
Brilliant touch by Shoji. Poirier finds the space on the line. Shoji equal to the task. There's Armin on the first swing. Poirier finishes it. Great fight though by Hewitt.
Not high enough from Armin.
Again, catching the ball on the way down. Ball drops too low and he can't create the angle to get the ball over the net.
Holt. Hammered away, Iran sided out.
Both Iranian middles have done a really good job. Mohammed and Moslabadi, they've provided a threat in offense. They've been doing a good job making decisions and moving well in block, and some defensive efforts too.
Good pass from Hewitt. That wasn't easy. Again, touch from Poirier. But Milad's only going to have to just send this high, allow Iran to reset their block defense. Anderson.
Vardy in position 4 with the block switch. So it forces Milad to be swinging from position 2 in a difficult moment.
And he didn't find any hands, barring a challenge.
It will be a challenge for the block touch. And Milad is probably lucky that he wasn't followed by the eyes of the referee.
Yes, okay, go.
Practicing his right foot curl around the defensive wall on the LED hoardings.
Nope, that's gone.
The block switch coming unstuck for Iran. Vardy ending up in the wrong position and no one being in a comfortable spot to attack. Which retains the US 2-point advantage.
Matt Anderson then with the serve for the USA. That's a great serve. Triple block, good touch. And good speed out wide as well from Falcao, and he will have that point. So he's part of a triple block, and he's got from there all the way out, ready to have a swing. Watch that, look at that movement. Look where he ends up.
Feet like a dancer. Wonderful balance, nice pivot move, and squeezes down the front. USA speed in transition for the point and a 3-point lead.
اگه دوباره سرویس خوب زد در شرایط نامتعادلی بودیم بچه‌ها آیبال با 3 تا دفاع می‌خوایم استایک بزنیم دفاع برگرده ولی باید خوب حمایتش کنیم که بتونیم حداقل توپ برگشت هم منطقه 2 اسپایک بزنیم هم منطقه 4 برای توپ اگه 3 دفاع شدیم بزنیم برگرده
زدم دست دفاع 3 دفاع شد
بریم بچه‌ها
کم نزدم
Fans raising the energy in the Mall of Asia Arena. The USA closing in on a 4th set win. But Anderson cannot convert from the service line.
23-21, it's the classic kind of point, isn't it, where we get to either off the back of or just before a timeout.
Mohammed.
Good touch. Great finish.
Good ball control after the block touch by Iran. So a nice choice. 2 Iranian blockers in front of the middle. The shift on. Now the USA wants a timeout to talk about it.
Attention when Mati is back, you know, because in position 4, when or deep or to 1, this is very good to you. Go to front 1, attack to song 1. Hey, next ball, guys.
Yeah, next ball. There you go.
The message that when Vardy is in the front row, there's always this option to attack to position 1. Heard the USA chant before, but it's the Iranian fans trying to get something happening, and the response now from the American fans. They know that there is a big finish coming up in this 4th set.
This has to be sided out for the USA to give them a set point chance. They're going to do it the hard way. They go wide, and Falcao gets it done. Set point for the USA.
Almost exactly as Javier Weber said it. With Vardy front, attack zone 1. A strong hit. Vardy almost knocked backwards.
TJ with the serve. Good chances now. Well, so good chance. So this is what you want to get to. If you can get here, then this is what you play for, isn't it? One side out to win a set. I've got to do it from service. Well, they haven't done it just yet, though. Milan. Pick up. Great play. Ewart. Shoji can't keep it in. We are 24 all.
For the 2nd time tonight, we go beyond the regular distance.
Good pick up. Well, that block was high from Armin.
Armin goes the beach block, squats to the floor, And he wants his teammates to know, I got him, I got him.
Timeout called.
We're going to be good, huh? They're making some crazy digs, but they're giving us balls that aren't really super crazy, all right? Let's transition. We're going to be patient. Keep playing the rallies. Don't give up on it.
1, 2, 3. Go!
The voice of Michael Christensen to be heard in that last timeout. And the message is that even when things look scrambly and crazy, is the word he was using, that it's still about executing, going back into the system that you want to play in, getting your head switched on quickly.
That will do it. Side out achieved. Set point for the USA yet again. But now it's got to be done from the serving line.
Jendrik does a really good job committing to get around in front of Michael Christensen, even with the small shift forward.
That's a good serve.
And
somehow,
better swing by Amin.
Wouldn't it just? That was incredible. We are tied again.
We talked before about Christensen giving Anderson the opportunity to go to work. And that's the 140th point for Amin in VNL. He's been far and away the best scorer for Iran. Vardy jacks up the high ball and Amin locks us at 25.
Malad. Set point again for the USA. Christensen will serve. Good save, Hewitt. Free ball, Iran. 3 front court attackers. Malad available on pipe. Poria pounds it. We are going deep.
110km/h cross-court rocket from Korea, who's been scoring so well from position 4 tonight.
It's the serving's just not there now. Mozzolabadi has been so good.
A little wobble on the toss. It gets out in front of him, and he was always chasing it and never caught up. Hewitt now to serve at 27-26.
Iran have to play it, have to get the point, but they don't. DeFalco goes again, makes it happen. And we are going 5. They really have pulled it out of the bag, USA. It's been a gutsy performance, a gritty performance, really. It hasn't exactly been fluid, but they found a way to get themselves to a 5th set. And now it's anyone's for the taking.
So Iran will be serving at USA. They stay at the ends that they currently are.
That's what it all comes down to. It's a W. That's what's the important factor here.
As you were saying to me this morning at breakfast, it's just, you got to go get those dubs.
You did.
It did sound a bit strange coming out of your mouth, but I agree with you. Mohammed to get us underway in the 5th.
No catch ball. Ooh, what's he given? Well, we don't know what he's just pointed it Iran's way, but hasn't told us what the decision is.
The challenge will probably be from
what
the
can you-
US.
but the
That
US
might be a last contact.
But they don't know what he hasn't
Exactly
said.
right.
What he hasn't actually said what the winning or the reason they've lost the point is. So how can you challenge something?
This is correct. There has to be a decision from the referee for you to challenge.
Yeah, what is the decision?
So we need to make sure that this process is followed first.
Still, none of us know what the decision is, though.
And if Jordan Hewitt is in contact with the ball on the Iranian side of the net, this is a fault. So whether the ball has travelled off the block or not, if he's on their side of the net in contact with the ball, that's a fault on Jordan Hewitt.
I mean, it's still the issue here is that everybody watching, including us, we don't know what the decision was in the first place. So only the people right next to the referee now, I think, know, one, what the decision was, and two, what the challenge is. So they must be looking at the last touch,
which is on, from that angle it appears it's still on Hewitt's hand, but we need to see the side-on angle. Has definitely contacted Vardy.
Oh, I'm not going to even see that. And now they want to see, Iran want to see the other side to know who's touched it.
And this is the confusion that comes from
Well,
not being
actually,
a call that's clear at the start.
Well, not only that, but the pending challenge was for a block touch. Sorry, net touch, I should say, not block touch.
The result is a yellow card for Iran.
I don't blame Milan for that, actually, because it's like, well, hold on. This is complete, it's clear as mud what was happening then.
There needs to be clarity in the initial call before the challenge can be issued. But Christensen gets us back underway with a great serve.
Not a bad effort that from the lad, and that's going to be bounced away. Iran take the point, they're on level terms.
Christensen puts himself in a fair bit of harm's way here, rushing towards the net on this overpass. So Shoji cannot control it. Really lucky that
he had to get out of the way as well because he's back court.
He is. He did just serve the ball. And we leave the mic check score of 2-1-1-2. Jordan Hewitt will look to increase the USA lead of 1. They could potentially double their lead.
Could get to a double Desmond as well here, if Iran can side out. Ooh. It's out, but it's been called as a touch now.
So the call is touch. Max Holt says, I did get a piece. Everyone on the USA calms down.
Yeah, instantly, don't they?
Under control.
Just about to explode. But it caught him.
This time Millard getting ahead of the ball, having to reach back to try and find the hitting window on his serve.
Good serve. Iran taken off the net, so it gives the USA a chance to get double blocks, but Pereira's worked it magnificently.
It hasn't mattered what they've thrown at him so far today. He's scored cross against a double block, against a triple. He's scored on the line, now playing off the top of a high ball with a double block. Really complete performance from Pereira.
That will do. Side out achieved. USA up by 1. But we are still absolutely no closer to knowing who's going to get this. Iran will be disappointed that's managed to squeeze through the block. Mr. Anderson. He's having a great game, Pereira.
He is handling everything that comes his way with aplomb. Arman delivers the ball nicely. And a lovely last step to the ball allows Poirier to choose his shot against the triple block. Level at 4.
Not quite carrying all the way through, so the USA get their point. Keep their lead, keep their advantage for the moment.
As good as Poirier has been, DeFalco has been even better. Getting very close to 30 points. Maybe he can do it with an ace here.
Good touch. A chance here for Iran. Maybe a better chance now, be a higher ball, more time to find a solution, and he's found it. Excellent swing.
Really clutch play from Poirier. The recycle on the first option shows that he's not just bashing away. He's trying to find solutions and squeezes through the block between Jendrik and Christensen.
Good work, Hewitt.
Poirier serve handled well. Hewitt returns the favour, pushing on the high seam. That way goes backdoor. Wry smile from Jordan Hewitt. Having some fun out there. Jeff Jendrik returns the scores to equal footing with his service error. And we've gone through a full rotation. We're tied at 6-6.
Good touch in the block. And Milan has got that. They're looking for a net touch here, are they?
There will be a net touch here, not worth the challenge from the US. And once again, well, John Spurrell wants to find out if there's a massive net touch there. There's no question.
But Christensen thought for a minute it was Iran that had done it. It was Holt, wasn't it?
Well, it looked like Holt did put his hand up and say, yeah, I got it, which is why I was surprised that John Spurrell has reacted with the challenge.
Chime out of the USA. There it is. Holt touching it. Christensen not seeing it. Iran leading by just the 1 point for the moment.
As we approach the turn in this 5th set.
Good touch. It's still happening for Iran. They're just getting it. It's millimeters, isn't it, between that being off and gone to suddenly in play and we can go.
It's the engagement. It's almost a survival instinct in defense sometimes. You're just putting that hand out. But Milad does a wonderful job of assessing the situation very, very quickly, knowing that the weakest blocker is on the line and chiseling off the edge.
Fans are loving every minute of this. And so too is Liam, who's playing the imaginary piano to that tune.
This piano is one of my favorite instruments.
We've had the end change. USA need to get a change in fortune, but that's not happened, an unforced error. And it's 9-6 now for Iran. They are bouncing.
They are playing with amazing joy. They have worked really, really hard. They've scrapped on defense. And now USA needs a timeout down 3 in a fifth set.
Hey, in transition, remember how they were going inside and having some success going inside, and how they've been doing a little bit of this, especially off the right hand in the middle. So let's make sure we're really sealing that. If you have a 3-man opportunity, be super vocal on it. Yeah, especially high balls, okay? All right, here we go. Side this out. Here we go.
John Speror talking about situational awareness. So where the Iranian hitters are looking to work and their technical execution. There is the Jeff in question, Jeff Jendrick. Looking a bit sharper after getting his bell rung earlier on.
He did, and he definitely didn't. For a few points after that, was looking a little bit out of it. But it's all of the USA at the minute who are a little bit out of it. They're 3 behind here against Iran in this deciding set. Good work from Ewart.
This is how Jordan Ewart likes to play. Get the ball to the net, and he has a lot of pushes and wipes and things that he can do, particularly if he can get the ball between the blocker and the antenna. He does this really well. Fans of his from SVG Luneburg will remember it fondly.
Good touch from Christensen. Ewart working the block. And look at this now, there's only 1 point in it. Timeout called.
هر جوری هست اصلا از بغل جا خالی هم تو یک نباید بندازه نه اینو نگه می‌داره و دستتو میاره پایین نمیشه نه یکیشو باید نمیشه بگیریم چون خیلی ریز میندازه انتخاب دفاعش یکیشو ببندیم نه یکیشو ببندی جا خالیش رد نمیشه بذاریم زاویه بزنه زاویه‌شو توپگیری می‌کنیم بریم
Korea pacing the Iranian offense with 22 points. But right now, it's just 1 point separating them and the USA.
Touch by Shoji. Ewart finds the hands. And we are back at Brooklyn.
9-9.
What a comeback for the USA.
And that may be ominous for the Iranians. Hazrat will step into the receiving lineup. Korea takes a break. That removes the pipe attack as an option. And with Vardy front, that means Armin is back row. Christensen again to serve.
Tried for a quick throw, that didn't work. Oh, we've got to go even quicker now. That didn't work, and it's still bouncing around. Wonderful pickup. Oh, I say. Well, I tell you what, you wouldn't see that at lower level volleyball, okay? DeFalco not even looking at where Shoji's playing now, because at this level, he knows for a fact where Shoji is going to play. He doesn't need to link in. He's waiting for it to come over his head, and then after he sees it, he can pick it up and go quick. And then he can come and do this. Oh, good effort that from Ewart. Oh, a save! Chicken wing Christensen, but there's a net touch against the USA.
An inspired service run by Christensen. And this time it's Ewart who transgresses with the net. 10-10.
That's upset. But if anything, trying perhaps a little too hard to find Anderson.
The easier ball there, jack it up, let Ewart play. Try for a recycle. But Christensen feels like he has the strength to get that ball there. Maybe Anderson tried for too much himself.
Good recovery from Holt. Oh, it's saved! Goodness me, Milan with an absolute monster block.
Christensen tries to squeeze it out to Hewitt fast where he can work. But no room past Milad. And USA timeout.
All right. Coming right back. Coming right back. Okay. All right. Coming right back. Next rotation. Hey, one. Yeah, that's right.
Remember he is. I think he's gonna. Remember they're stacking them all weird.
Yeah.
We're running underneath. We get one and we run. Oh, let's go. Come on, baby.
So less instruction, more information coming in that USA timeout, which will be their last available timeout of the set. Iran still with one in hand. USA with one challenge, Iran still with both of theirs.
Better from Anderson. But it's USA are trying to play catch-up here, and we are running out of points.
The Hewitt serve, he's been trying to work the space in 6-1. So it will be between Milad and Aman. Amin steps out for Morteza in this rotation one, a more natural attacker from position 4. Hazrat is in on reception for Iran, so Milad most likely to be the target here, as every other receiver is either a non-attacker, but it does not matter because Jordan Hewitt puts the serve into the net, and 2 points is the advantage for Iran.
Are required.
Morteza out, Amin back in, Hazrat out. Horia, the Iranian top scorer, returns.
Good front row this as well for Iran. Massive swing on the angle.
Amin forces a short angle. Horia almost gets there in time, but this is the speed that the USA want to play with.
Oh, and he can't make it. It's now match ball for Iran.
14-12. Moslahabadi ball in hand. 4 receivers in for the US.
They have to side it out. Last time Moslahabadi was back in this situation, it didn't go in. That one has. But side out achieved. DeFalco as calm as you like.
Such a small margin for error, squeezing down the front of the Amin block. Mohammed staying with Jendrick in the middle and not being able to get there to close.
Yeah. Mr. Anderson back to the serving line. One side out for Iran to win the match. Everyone's available. And it's done. It's dusted. Iran have the win. Perea puts it on the floor. Huge celebrations from the fans, from the team. They really, really worked hard for that.
An exceptional effort over the course of 5 sets from Iran. They were always in control of what was happening on their side. Great hard work on defense. Block worked really well for them, and immense offensive efforts from Milad and Perea. 22 points for Perea, 20 points for Milad. And for the US, it really was a one-man show. TJ DeFalco, 33 points, but not being able to find a second scoring outlet. great work by Iran. USA left with maybe some more questions than answers after this game.
Kind of also then one of those questions being, you know, okay, they picked their Olympic roster and they picked it early, but then you're kind of thinking, oh, really though? Because from what we've seen today, Ewan's come in, he's done a fab job. I know Aaron Russell isn't here, and he is on that roster, who could step in and things might be different, but yeah, I guess, but once you make your mind up, that's it, and you just got to go with it, and you play the hand that you dealt with.
Of course, it is the public announcement. There is still time to make an official change. But as you've said, Hewitt made a good impact on the game.